Hey guys, how we doing today?
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
Merry Christmas first of all.
Right. Yeah. For those of you on Patreon, we're putting this up on Christmas morning.
Yes,
Extra
we're early.
recording. Yeah, extra recording this week because we love you guys.
Oh yeah. So
And you're definitely probably wanting more than anything to
escape the
watch
family.
to watch us. Yeah. It's like, oh, I know it's Christmas, but I really just need to see Joe and Kevin today. That's
a good thing. Anyways, but yeah. So today's Wednesday. We just did the last episode on Monday, so we're still a little fresh.
and I just wanted to say sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought you were finished there.
No.
I was just going to say, the more I think about it, the more I absolutely loved Monday's episode. By the way, it was so much fun, especially
The flight attendant thing.
the flight attendant thing.
Yeah.
That I know he wasn't the focus of the episode, but what a fun showcase for David on that. How awkward he was with his
How
his
not
job
charming
interview.
he thinks he
Yeah.
is,
Oh, it was so cringy, but so much fun. Like it wasn't cringy in a I have to look away, The Office,
They do cringe
kind of way.
differently in the show.
They do. It's
Yeah.
more like oh, this is embarrassing for you, but not like this hurts to watch. I was watching The Office the other day, and it was the episode where Andy was crushing on a girl that was a client that was in with Stanley.
Oh my, yeah.
And he just he took Creed's advice and kissed her without an invitation, just kissed her.
Yeah.
And I mean, I thought I about
This is
died.
the Nard dog.
Like
Yeah.
every time, yes, the Nard dog. Every
That's one
time
of my favorite episodes.
when he goes out to the parking lot with her, I almost die every time.
I just my friends and I used to quote that all the time to each other is when he's like, Stanley, are you out of your damn mind? But yeah.
But sorry, off topic. But yeah, it was a really good David showcase. I also really like the fact we brought a new version of Bob in.
Yeah, Leather Bob.
Yeah, it was like a really
And
dark.
I was gonna say it got very dark at the end of the episode
Yeah,
there, yeah.
Dark's Bob's plot line is really going into a dark universe, isn't
So
it?
his wife is leaving him for their pastor and they're stealing his home.
and he's going leather daddy to try to win her back because she likes bad boys. Now, let's be honest. If your wife is leaving you for your pastor, you might be missing it on the whole "I'm going for the bad boy" thing.
Still buy the leather, but
right, right, for different reasons.
For different reasons. Yeah, I mean, last season you better go all out then, I guess.
Right, and I feel like they are, and I hope we're not done with Bob because this new version of Bob might be of desperate Bob might be a lot of fun.
Is Bob unlikable? A little bit, right?
No, he's been unlikable. Like I said, he was kind of like the worst parts of Roland.
Sure.
All along, you know what I mean? Like the lack of self-awareness, and he says the worst possible thing all the time. And
he's kind of a D word.
He is because I was going to say because on Roland, I think Roland has no self-awareness. So even when Roland is saying something mean or uncouth, he's either unaware or he thinks he's like ribbing a friend. You know what I mean? He thinks he's just busting, right?
Yep.
And he doesn't realize he's over the line.
Yeah.
Bob, I think, is like, I'm just going to say mean things because he does it a lot.
I realized that after I was thinking about the episode on Monday, and I was like, wait a minute, why do I not care about Bob?
and I think that's kind of why
they did it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think that's why it's kind of okay to have to laugh at this darker tragedy. It's the pain of Bob now is a little bit like
Bob's pain.
I mean, obviously it's a comedy; it's supposed to be funny, but I don't feel bad for kind of laughing at some of this as you might normally.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
I had a good time with it.
We do want to welcome, Demi Sam, Ethan Opus, and Dane Harrison to a Patreon. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, guys, welcome to our YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the new content we have coming your way.
Yeah, and if you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out the link in the description below to our Patreon page. Over there, we are at least 4 episodes ahead of Schitt's Creek, so once you get done with this on YouTube and you want to keep going, you can hop over there and watch along with us. You will need to sync and watch along on your own streaming service or device. You're only going to see and hear us. We're also watching 30 Rock right now as a Patreon exclusive, and we're just getting rolling into The Good Place as a replacement for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
Yes, we are.
All right. Not the right one. I'm assuming we're talking about David's made of horror.
You the first trailer to the Cruise movie.
I think if you likes this, right?
Movie?
I want to see this trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Please show us the trailer.
This is a critical moment. A siren call to the cinematic rapture that is to come. David!
What?
We're going to watch the Crows trailer! No,
Yes.
go away. Perhaps I should screen it privately first. Okay, family, be kind.
Okay.
Family be kind.
Okay, we gotta press play.
Okay, it's very Hitchcocky.
Yeah.
When the crows were our
Dad,
Yeah,
I told you
I've
we
been
needed to
there,
upgrade
yeah.
the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
This is in no way an optimal viewing experience.
Just pause. Yeah,
It's
let
back.
it go.
Start
I totally forgot about your wedding dream book.
Where did you find that?
I was looking for an earring and I found it under your pillow. Like, think of all the people on the planet who find someone. Somehow you're one of those people.
Oh my God,
don't know
thank
how to
you. Yeah.
Oh, so are you still going to do Keira Knightley's green dress from Atonement as my maid of honor look?
You know
Keira
what?
Knightley from Atonement.
Haven't got to that stage in the planning process yet.
Oh, he's not planning. He's planning on Stevie.
Yeah,
Sounds like, yeah.
We're
That's
taking
funny.
Patrick to get his suit fitted.
What kind of suit?
Hopefully my wedding suit.
Oh my God. Well, I'll just grab my bag and come with.
You weren't supposed to be here for 6 months. So I
he already asked
might have
Stevie.
asked someone else.
Yeah.
I asked
Yeah.
Stevie.
David, you'd better be talking about Stevie Nicks.
It's a little
Stevie said
Yeah.
yes. Sounds like she doesn't actually want to do it. So why don't I just come with and I will gently take it off her hands.
Gently.
Fine.
I'm
Is
sure.
this the new hotel? Because this is
These
awesome.
rooms are
Yeah.
in good shape.
Got a couch in there.
I don't
Yeah.
know what you were expecting, Johnny.
Yeah.
This place has good bones.
Oh, look. The maid forgot to pick up her tip. Yeah, it's kind of a generous tip when you consider she didn't
Yeah,
clean up
leave
this
it there
garbage
because Javier
with this
Bardem's
loaded
coming
gun.
for you.
Right?
All right, don't point it. Put it
Okay,
down.
yeah, you're right.
Put the gun down.
Maybe Benny and Betty left this here and we just inherited a bag of money and a gun. And if we're going to split it up, I call the money.
Whoever left it here is obviously coming back for it.
Well, why do you say that?
I say we go to
That's
the
funny.
police. We have
Expect
to
Roland
let
to
them
leave before
in.
morning.
And then what? We offer our guests a discount to stay in the middle of a crime scene. Person comes back, gets their stuff, leaves, and we change the locks.
Bad idea.
No,
Give
that's
it a
actually a
day.
really reasonable
I know.
idea.
Getting that dark.
Oh my God.
Middle of the afternoon. Must be a solar eclipse.
Yeah, look at Jocelyn. She's like, oh.
Mrs. Rose, was that you
This
the
is real.
whole time?
Indeed it was. Should we give it another watch?
No, I think 3 times through is the sweet spot.
This is so
Jocelyn.
exciting. What if it gets nominated for an Oscar?
Jocelyn hasn't had a chance to render her opinion. Though
Jocelyn
the
did not
adulation
like
does
it.
appear to be
Yeah.
unanimous.
Well, it's neat
Neat.
to see you in a real movie.
This is going to cause problems. Also, I would have had a hard time complimenting that.
I know.
I would just say this looks like a fun movie and call
Yeah,
it
it looks
there.
fun.
Yeah.
She
The air.
She's probably going to be uncomfortable admitting that she doesn't want to be a part of your wedding party, so I'm going to make her feel like she's doing me a favor.
Yeah, I really doubt that's the case. It's so distracting.
Like now?
Wow, what?
This morning, I found out I was going to be a flight attendant on a real flight.
Wait, didn't you just start?
Less than a week ago, yeah. I was going to put my life in danger. For what? To see the world? They only fly to Hoboken, Windsor, and South Dakota. I left a job I actually like for this. What is wrong with me?
How honest do you want us to be?
Oh, no, babe. Are you sure that you want that much stress?
As crazy as it sounds, I'm actually looking forward to that.
Roland, can you
Real
focus
drink?
on the task at hand, please? If we're going to be partners,
99%
you've got
real
to take
drink.
this job more seriously. Good, good. Maybe he'll just get his stuff and leave.
No, like a real
Roland, we
drink.
can't have squatters here. One of us is
99%.
going to have
Yeah.
to talk to him. Johnny, the guy has a gun.
Why? Why do you hate my movie?
I just saw the trailer.
Exactly. Yet you've already deemed it this year's John Carter.
I never said that.
I just don't like horror movies. My first boyfriend took me to a Michael Myers movie and I never got over it.
Not the love guru.
Moira.
Sorry, I'm probably not the person to ask for fashion stuff.
Speaking of maid of honor duties, Stevie, thoughts on David's bachelor party?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that there's a lot more to this job than I thought.
Tell me about it.
Are you sure you shouldn't do this? Because, I mean, you're here now, you're David's sister, and you're clearly better suited for the job.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What am I doing?
Well, we can just crossfade responsibilities.
I am now unemployed in my 30s for the second time in a week. I left your dad high and dry at the motel.
I will not let you give up this job. You can do this. And if you can't, I
Oh,
will be
that's
here
nice.
for the whole month to help you through it.
Can we just get married already? I'm kidding. I want pageantry that takes months and months to plan. Of course you do.
I really don't know about this, Roland. Still feels like a police matter to me.
Johnny, you
Yeah,
got this.
it is.
Relax.
Yeah.
Remember, there's 2 of us and 1 of him.
We're the new owners of the motel, and we just stopped by to say hi and to get a little more information about what exactly you're doing here on our property.
Said I'm a squatter. I'm a long-term tenant. Betty told me she'd bake that into the contract.
Bake it into the contract. Roland,
Part of that involved paying Benny and Benny in cash.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains what that big
Oh,
old bag
shut
was for.
about, obviously, you're a valued guest here. So here's my card. And we can set up the same cash payments.
I just
Oh, it is, yeah.
wanted to apologize
The
for
throwing.
earlier.
No need to self-flagellate, Jocelyn.
I've seen you get your hopes up before, only to be disappointed when things didn't work out.
I don't require coddling.
There's a lot that I like about the trailer.
Oh,
Do
she
go
wrote notes down.
Oh, that's so sweet.
We're sickos. I would watch that again, but like, it's so many times for the people in Schitt's Creek to watch that trailer.
What I would be thinking about is what happens when the movie's available. What's she gonna do? Viewing parties and viewing parties. And...
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on that household 24/7.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the day, I have a better job for you. And I want you to get me away.
Oh
Why?
my God, David.
Right, that was a great episode.
Yeah, you kind of we've obviously, and everyone that watches the show knows that it gets sweeter and sweeter as it goes on, and I felt like that was a really sweet episode.
Very sincere.
Jocelyn and Alexis were both kind of surprisingly overly gracious.
Overly gracious
yeah.
is a great way to put that. You know, Alexis started off the episode being kind of gross, but I love that moment she had of sincerity with Stevie. It was very sweet.
Well, I think because Alexis has grown so much, I think she sincerely thought Stevie didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
and so it was like I'll get her to not, because it really, I mean, let's be honest, it doesn't feel like it's in Stevie's wheelhouse. And when it did come time to help with the fashion and help with the bachelor party. Okay, I couldn't remember if they called it a bachelorette or bachelorette party. But right, with David's bachelor party, that she didn't realize that was kind of her responsibility. So her not really being geared for the task, Alexis wasn't really wrong there.
Yeah.
She didn't really know what all the stuff that she was going to have to do, or certainly that someone as high maintenance as David was going to make her do. And
it's
so,
a lot. I mean,
yeah, it is a lot, but yeah, it was really, really unexpected when it became clear that, Stevie's not really feeling great about her life,
mm-hmm.
that Alexis saying, here's this, I'm here to help, was actually really, really nice.
It's kind of funny that the trash airline didn't work out. Larry Air. It only goes to, what is it, South Dakota?
South Dakota, I can't remember.
Bismarck or something?
Yeah, it was like Hoboken.
Hoboken, yeah. Have you ever been a best man at a wedding?
No.
I have. It's okay, so like, it was a big wedding, obviously, but like, I didn't realize we were at the bachelor party until the night of. Because I was like a month before, we were out where he lives, and we were like at the bars, and I was like, yeah, so what do you want to do for your bachelor party? And he kind of looks at me and he goes, oh, this is it. I'm like, oh, this is it? I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got the tab.
Right.
But no, I guess it's different strokes for different folks.
Sure.
And obviously David wants a big traditional wedding,
Right. I don't know that he even wants a big traditional wedding. I think he wants something bigger than that.
Grandiose.
Yeah. I think showy is what we're going for. And Patrick shouldn't be surprised at that, because, I mean, look at David's personality. There's no way he's like, let's just keep it simple and a few friends. No way that's going to be. I mean, he has his own wedding journal,
Oh, yeah.
that he's probably been put together forever.
But yeah, and one, I want to see the bachelor party. Two, I do want to see the wedding itself, which
Sure.
I'm assuming we're going to see that. My guess would be that's probably going to be the last episode,
or close to it. Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah, it's going to be the big wrap up moment, I feel like, for the series.
Their finales are always so sweet.
And they are
such big moments. I think about back to season 2 when they're all in the barn together.
Yeah, actually, I really like that one.
That was fantastic.
It was.
So I can see them ending the show on a big bang.
Sure.
Roland in this episode might have been my favorite ever. This is probably my favorite Roland episode.
This was a really good Roland episode.
The 99% real drink and his
that was pretty funny.
He's like, Johnny, your sexist comments were.
Yeah, I don't know where like the high effort, low understanding, progressive Roland came from, but it was a lot of fun.
I hope it returns.
More women? No, it's always been.
It's always been. We assumed it was going to be a criminal too, but I mean,
Yeah,
it looked kind of seedy.
of course. I mean, they clearly set it up that you're supposed to think that, right?
Yeah.
Like, why aren't you calling the police?
Yeah.
There's a bag full of cash and a gun.
Imagine as a prosecutor that's putting away pretty scary people. I mean, you might want to have a gun.
Maybe, but having the cash plus the gun,
it looks bad. It looks really bad.
definitely
In a motel.
It doesn't scream lawyer on the case. Having those two things in a hotel, especially when you don't know who it is, who's there. It felt like a squatter. The only reason it did is because Roland didn't bother reading the contract, which comes as no surprise. I almost was like, why didn't Johnny read him? Like, because it's not Johnny's hotel; it's Roland's hotel.
Yeah, Roland.
He's the one who bought it. Roland should have read it. Yeah,
it's a nicer hotel than the one in Schitt's Creek.
It is. It is. Yeah.
I'm really fascinated by the whole idea of them expanding. I know that's not the point of the show.
Sure.
In a way, it is.
Right.
Obviously,
it's all
horizons, but
it's the growth of the characters, and part of it is picking themselves off the mat financially too.
Sure.
Which all four seem to have done.
Yeah.
I do think the Croning movie looks gloriously terrible.
In the best possible way.
Of course.
I just realized how dumb of a title The Crows Have Eyes is. Like, of course they do.
Right.
I mean,
or The Croning.
The Croning is hilarious.
It's a ridiculous movie for sure, but I'm kind of with Jocelyn. I wouldn't have known what to say on that as far as a compliment. Like, other than saying that looks like a good time. Like, all of us know bad movies that are fun to watch.
Yeah. As an enjoyer of the movie Piranha,
right? Exactly.
Both the original and the remake. I'm there for The Crows Have Eyes.
Sure, absolutely.
I will watch it with a big bag of popcorn. You know what I mean?
There are bad movies. Hudson Hawk is one of my favorite bad movies ever, and it's a terrible movie, but it's so much fun to watch.
I just watched a bad one last night, Black Christmas.
I've not seen Black Christmas. It's an old one, right?
It's the remake, it came out in 2006, but yeah, it's from the 70s.
Right.
Same guy who made A Christmas Story, so there you go.
Peter Billingsley?
No,
Peter Billingsley was in A Christmas Story. He didn't make it.
The original. It's oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for blanking out. Let us know in the comments. Oh, Bob.
I have no idea.
Yeah, let me know. I know his first name is Bob, so let me know in the comments and correct me there.
Well, appreciate being here with us, guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays and all that. We'll catch you on the next one.